for who we give it with. If I don't like you, bitch, I won't even say nothing to you. I would sit there and look at you like you stupid. So that's how I'm going to handle it. I'm not even dealing with people like that. My kids are not going to be dealing with people like that. And if my kids deal with people like that, I'm going to look at it as a form of betrayal. I'm going to look at it as a form of, as an ignorant decision. I'm going to lovingly and respectfully, but still in my strength as a man and a father, tell my kids, I disagree with your decision. I do not approve of it, but it is your free will. And you have free will from the Creator. And if you choose to use your free will to deal with somebody who is less than you, then I'm not going to deal with you like you're on my level. And then that's going to alternate our relationship, and that's how I'm going to deal with that.
Crystal, how about you? I know when you were out in the West Coast, you're popular over there and have plenty of friends. You're now here in the Philly area. And what's your social support network like? Do you still have decent amount of friends, or did you cut a lot of people off? Like, where are you at?
I think during this whole time, people have fallen off themselves throughout 2020. It really just made us face who we are in alignment with and who we're not. And it just so happens that all the people that we're not in alignment with are those people that will go and line themselves up to be an experiment. So in a way, and it's been very sad, like what Pharaoh's saying is like, you wouldn't send your kids, and the answer is no. It does create a lot of separation, and this whole year has created a lot of separation for everyone. But it's time for us to really make better decisions, and that includes the people that we're surrounded by. Maybe those people weren't really people that we aligned with, and it just so happened at that time of our life, we were aligned with these people. But then moving forward to this whole insane time that we've been going through, you see how out of alignment you are with a lot of people. And that could be people that are your closest friends, your significant other, your partner, whoever it is, and they fall away. And it's really hard to make those decisions to say, well, should I hang out with my friend that just had this juice done, or should I not? You're put in a really hard situation, but at the end of the day, your health is most important, and you have to look out for yourself and maybe educate the person. So that's the hard thing, is like not being combative, but try to educate your friend and say, listen, like, this is where I am. This is how I feel, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, but this is my feelings and how I feel about this. I've educated myself a lot. Maybe you didn't know these things, but for me right now, before we know anything more, it's better for me to keep my distance. And your friend, if they are your friend or whomever, should respect that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, Chris, got time for one more question before I fight with YP and some other people?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if you're aware, but a lot of people have messaged me saying that they believe that you and me are controlled opposition. Okay.
I love it. This is so much fun. Thank you for bringing that up.
Okay. So you and me, because a bunch of motherfuckers got deleted a few weeks back, and they're like, why is she? Okay. So
I had my turn already. What do you want me to tell you?
Okay.
Fuck.
Brother YP.
Yes,
can you
sir.
kind of explain to the people here what the purpose of controlled opposition is, and how does it benefit their agenda?
That's right. Well, the purpose of controlled opposition is to basically walk the victim in a circle, to make this victim believe that they're being led to a better destination when really they're being led to the target spot of their enemy. So, a form of controlled opposition would be, I'm the team owner, and, I see you have a good head coach. I get your good head coach fired, and I implant a coach from the opposite team that I like more, and I purposely have him give y'all horrible plays to run. So that's a form of controlled opposition. So, another thing about controlled opposition is you're highly rewarded for that weasel behavior. So, we can't be controlled opposition because we're sitting here talking to you. Because if I was controlled opposition, I wouldn't even be talking to you. And y'all wouldn't either. I would like to believe that we would be somewhere,
right,
dealing, somewhere where the elites are at. So with that being said, I don't believe you two to be controlled opposition. I haven't got controlled opposition vibes. I know that controlled opposition doesn't go out of their way every day to inform people to make positive decisions with no reward. That's not something that controlled opposition does. That's called heroic behavior. So I think people need to realize that a lot of people don't, we all have the right to free speech, but I don't believe we all have the right to speak out of turn. I don't believe that. I feel like if you're not qualified, you should not speak. I truly believe in that. If you take me in the kitchen, I'm not no baker. So when I'm in there, I'm the student, and the baker is the teacher. I'm not going to be in there like, well, I think you need to put this on that. No, I'm going to let that woman walk me through. That don't mean I'm not gonna fact check her or get a recipe book to see if what she's telling me is correct. But at the time, I'm gonna allow her to lead. So I say that to say, when people see people like y'all out here, you know, doing what y'all do, they need to allow y'all to do y'all damn job. Like nobody else is doing it. Your mama ain't doing it. Your mama ain't doing it because she's sitting next to you watching Crystal Tina. Your father ain't doing it because he's sitting next to you watching Crystal Tina. So stop throwing tomatoes and criticizing people all the time that's out here doing it, and let them do their damn due diligence and duty and righteous duty and peace without, you know, heckling and being you might be controlled opposition. Shit.
Wait, Crystal, there are certain people that you and I are following for sure that I know with 100% certainty that they're controlled opposition, and they're very convincing, man. They'll call out all these big pharma, the vaccines, the government, all this shit, right? But then I've seen pictures of them hanging out with the same motherfuckers that they're calling out. And when you look back end, they're getting funding from the same corporations and the big pharmas and the government, all the shit. They're by them. So it's very confusing. And I mentioned
it is
before, and people started going ham on me. So you know what? I'm not going to mention their names, but they're so clever in the way they present information. They really get people fooled.
That's true.
So be careful.
Let me just speak on that really quick too, because there are a lot of misconceptions about certain people that are called controlled opposition. Like somebody like me, like I lived in LA for 15 years. I worked in Hollywood. I worked with celebrities. I worked for celebrities. And, you know, because you have worked for these people doesn't make you, you know, guilty by association. And that's what most people really get confused on, is when you do have people that have worked in Hollywood and they're just like, you know what, this is where I am now. Like I chose to speak out because I've always had a big mouth my whole life. That's just been who I am. And just because I've worked in a certain place doesn't make me something else that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had many careers, I've done many different things, and a lot of them were in Hollywood, but that doesn't mean anything. Like you know, there are people that maybe you can tell are controlled opposition, but I've never even heard these terms before. Like I haven't been in the game, like Pharaoh's been in the game for a million years. Like I've always been down the rabbit hole, but I never spoke openly about it, except for really on Facebook. On Instagram, it was always about yoga, being in the entertainment industry. So it was like, I can't put any of this stuff here, but now that's all that I talk about here, because that's where my passion is. That's where my truth lies, is with this information. And I wanted to help as many people as possible. So when you're getting hit from, well, go ahead.
Because we're trying to save our country. Exactly.
It's not any deeper than that, you know? And it's just like, I've had a crazy woman like stalk my page and like make videos about me. And this went on for a whole year. And it's just like, I don't even know what a honeypot is. I don't know these terms. Like this wasn't my game. This wasn't my thing. But speaking out and telling the truth and helping people to get healthy, helping people to see the truth and the light. That's where my passion has always been. You know, and so it's always hard because you always want to try and explain yourself. But then at the end of the day, you're like, I don't fucking owe these people anything. I don't owe anybody anything. And I'm just doing this because that's where my heart is.
That's right. So people don't understand that they will. I believe that the same people who say they waiting on the Savior would kill the Savior if the Savior returned.
100%.
If the Savior came back and said, "I'm here, everybody, and I'm the all great. I'm the greatest of the great, all-knowing of the all-knowers," they would kill him out of ego and hate, and or the fact that, oh, you're trying to do something good for me, let me slash at you. So it's really sometimes you gotta ask yourself, is it a suicide mission at this point? Do people really legitimately want to be helped? Do people legitimately want a better life, quality of life? Do people legitimately want to evolve and grow psychologically? Or like, are you wasting your time? Are you wasting your life? It's getting to that point, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
Crystal, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you, guys.
Please follow Crystal Tini, man. You want a very powerful woman speaking truth? That's her right there, Crystal Tini.
Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you.
Right,
love you.
We'll chat soon.
Peace.
Mwah.
Now, Brother Pharaoh.